Here today with Jim Hanson.
Jim Hanson with Mesa Development.
What's your role here, Jim?
I'm with the developer, sort of run the financial aspects of the development, and enjoy getting up here for tours as much as possible and taking the gorgeous views. So we're here today.
Gorgeous does not begin to describe.
We're on the 71st floor, and the whole idea of the Legacy was to create unbroken views of the lake, the park, the skyline, and do it in a way which hadn't been done before in Chicago.
Legacy is one of the projects that everybody's talking about, focusing on the architecture, the way it blends into the skyline. How are sales?
Sales are going very well. We are probably one of the better selling buildings in the city. Right now we're just under 90% sold. We've got over 300 out of 356 under solid contract, and we start our closings begin this September. So we're in pretty good shape 6 months out from closings, and of course we'd love to keep selling them and be ready to close them all once they're ready to go from our contractor.
What's still available? What kind of units?
We've got a little bit of everything. The building is sold very well. High, low, big, little, east face, west face. I don't believe right now we've got a single tier which is completely sold out. So we've got units available ranging on the low end, probably about $550,000, $600,000, up to on the very high end, about $4 million. So in everything in between. So we've always had a building with a lot of different price points in it. So we could appeal to as many different points in the market as possible, and it's sold pretty evenly, so we got a little bit of everything.
Still some eastern exposures?
Absolutely, yeah.
And the way the building tiers, quite a few of the units have eastern...
The building's divided into three sections. We've got a lower tower, a middle tower, and an upper tower. In the lower tower, we've got 8 units per floor. 6 out of the 8 are picking up the lake and the park views. In the middle tower, we've got 6 units per floor. 5 out of 6 are picking up the lake and the park views. Then in the upper tower, it's 4 units per floor. All 4 units are picking up the views. So when we were designing the building, we worked hard with the architect, Solomon Benz, to create as many view units as possible, because we know that in Chicago, the demand is for the views of the lake and the park, and that's where the interest is going to lie, and that's where we thought our market was. So we really, from the very beginning of the design discussions, worked on it to get as many lake and park views as we could in the building.
Are any combinations still available?
No, I don't believe we've got any adjacent units available, so there will be no combinations available. But we've got unit sizes, from 1 bedrooms all the way up through our 4-bedroom penthouses, and different size for every pallet.
One question: a lot of people, as you know, are obsessed with this building.
Okay.
And one of the questions that's been posed is, are you lighting the top? And give us some fix on what that'll be.
Yeah, we are going to illuminate the top of the building. On the southeast facade, there's going to be a series of 5 or 6 vertical illuminated elements, and those are going to be illuminated by electricity generated from photovoltaic cells, which are embedded in the curtain wall at the top of the building. So we're going to try and light it. It's not going to be over the top. It's going to be minimal. It's going to be tasteful, and it will hopefully be a very environmentally friendly source of electricity to get that done. So it should be very nice.
But visible from a great distance?
Yes. Yep. The illuminated strips are probably 30 to 35 feet tall, so very, very visible from quite a distance away.
How are market conditions affecting you, or are they?
Market conditions are affecting us. I think that as much time and care went into the design of the building and the marketing. We live in the world we live in, and real estate sales have been slow. I think we're doing better than most buildings. We're certainly doing better than most buildings in Chicago, being almost 90% sold at this point. We had a couple of sales last week, and we've been, pretty consistent, throughout the whole last 3 years. We opened sales in the beginning of 2006, but we're impacted just like everybody else.
Who are your 2 primary competitors, would you guess?
Our primary competitors, it has changed over the life of the project. For a while, early on, we competed with 340 on the Park when they had available inventory, because they were offering the same view amenity as we were. Those units are now pretty much sold out. We competed a little bit with Aqua when they started selling their condo units. but you know they're pretty close to sold out, so we haven't seen much competition there. Now we get the odd competitor who'll look at the Trump building, we'll look at some of the other higher end Class A towers in town, but you know our philosophy was to design a building and develop a building which was a one building market. We wanted people to fall in love with the Legacy and say, I want to live in that building, and then figure out what unit they could live in, as opposed to somebody who's going to shop the entire market and say, I can live in any one of these 5 buildings, let me go see where I can get the best deal. So I think we've done a good job of carving out our own space in the market and have people come in and say, this is the building for me, let's sit down and talk about what unit I want to be in here.
What is it about the building that creates that kind of an effect?
You know, it's primarily the views. You know, the views are absolutely phenomenal from anywhere in the building, not just here at the top. And then I think we also have a great amenity package. We've got a relationship with the University Club next door. We're going to connect over to the club building via Sky Bridge on the 13th floor. So people who are residents of the Legacy and members of the club have, you know, the entire offering of the University Club right there.
Still have to qualify for membership.
Still have to qualify for membership. It is a private organization. It's a private club. But they're excited. They're looking for new blood in the club, and they're looking for the Legacy opening up.
Yeah. Who haven't been there.
I think if you're standing up here on a gorgeous day like today and you're looking out and you see these views, that's pretty much all you need to know about the Legacy.
This competes, I think, with the best in Chicago, if not the best.
Thank you.
I spent 5 years in the IBM building back in the day, and I thought we had great views from there, but these are better.
Yeah.